When you're on a winning formula, you don't want to stray too far from it.
Yeah, the Toyota Corolla has been Australia's favourite car for a number of years now. Toyota has not changed this current generation Corolla much since it first launched back in 2012. So, let's see how it's holding up.
So Steve, the Corolla was the best-selling passenger car in 2016, beaten only by big brother the Hilux. But I've got to say, it doesn't really excite me.
Look, that's probably a fair enough statement, Danny. I think the Corolla, you know, it's a staple of the Australian road. You know, it's been such a hugely popular car for so long. But yeah, kind of, you know, it doesn't really do anything in a flashy sense. It's not a particularly exciting car. But it is a reliable, dependable, you know, known quantity, and I think for a lot of people, that's what they're into.
Yeah, you get what you're given and what you expect. But looking at this interior, for example, it's not cheap and nasty, but it's not necessarily pretty.
Yeah, you know, it's been one of those things that's really polarised this, I think, in the drive office. You know, we've personally, you know, I don't mind the interior. It's very upright, you know, it's very in your face, but I actually don't mind it. I actually think it kind of looks okay. And they've put a little bit of effort into some different sort of trim for it. So, you know, personally, I think it's okay. But you don't get navigation, so I can't use my phone for nav like I can in another car with CarPlay or Android Auto. So, you know, to me, it's a little bit disappointing that you can't get that.
Yeah, Steve, you also miss out on some active safety gear, but on the plus side, it is optional for $750, which I think is kind of reasonable. With that, you get AEB, you get lane departure and forward collision warning. Yeah, look, they're all good systems to have. $750, you know, it's not nothing, but it's not a huge amount of money to get those things. And I think when we, you know, look at these cars, its main rivals, the Mazda 3, the Hyundai 30, they all kind of even out in the wash in terms of price and equipment. So it's a tricky one. It's a shame that it's not standard, but it isn't a huge, you know, additional cost. But yeah, look, enough of me having a turn. Why don't I give you a chance behind the wheel? Okay.
So Danny, now you're behind the wheel. What do you actually think about the drive?
Yeah, I mean, the engine hasn't changed. 1.8 litre 4-cylinder engine with a CVT transmission, and frankly, it drives like a CVT. As you know, I'm not the biggest fan of CVT, never have been. So it's probably what I like least about the Corolla is the drive experience.
Yeah, look, you know, I gotta say, it's definitely not at the cutting edge of the class. You know, I think we've got some really good small cars now, stuff like the latest generation Hyundai 30, the Mazda 3 is a good small car. You've got the Volkswagen Golf with its, you know, it's got smaller capacity turbocharged engines. You know, there are some nice small cars to drive, and the Corolla really is in the middle of the pack in terms of the actual enjoyment. But you know, at the end of the day, it kind of gets the job done, and I think that's what appeals to people about it. It just kind of gets the job done. So with a Corolla, you know, you're going to get it every time. It'll start, and you know, it's an easy car to live with.
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? You're buying really a reputable brand, and you're buying a brand that you can trust, and people buy this because it is a reliable, trustworthy brand, and if you're a conservative driver, it'll probably suit well. So I think it's definitely worth being on the short list.
Yeah, look, I think, you know, there's a reason why it's so popular, you know, and we'd like to say we've touched on, you know, it is just that you know what you get. You know, it's kind of a little bit like McDonald's. You know anywhere you go in the world, you know what you're going to get. You know you're going to get this sort of consistent quality. It may not be the absolute cutting edge, but it does just get the job done. So I think that's what the Corolla does, and that's why it's been so popular.